earlier coal mining industry leaders also tell that the coal consumption need is drastically increasing, and proportionate production is need to be enhanced. As well as in present scenario, MDO has emerged as the one of the key model for the operating the mining, upcoming the mining blocks in the more sustainable way. Talking about the Coal India, the approach, Coal India is aiming to achieve the 1 billion ton production, and it's a part of the government of India's vision of Atmanirbhar Bharat also. We're talking about the DBL's MDO. They are currently operating two major MDO ventures. First is the Pachwada coal mines, and second is the CERIMS coal mines, which is the annual capacity of 50 million tons. And both MCL and DBL has common vision to make it the India's largest coal producing mine, sir. Yeah. There are three key components: mine owner and contract miners. In MDO, the MDO partner has all the technical responsibility and the coal production responsibility, and the mine owner focus is its core competency like the logistics and the selling, energy generation. These are comes under the part of the MDO. What is the functionality? These are the following are the functionality. One is the contractual agreement, operational responsibility. As already you can see that all the operational responsibilities are lies to the MDO partner, and financial risk also more lies to the MDO partner only. This model is based on from the draft CMA guideline from the Ministry of Coals. The MDO partner's role is more about the mining activities, planning, development, and the coal transportation up to the silos. Yeah, how it functions. Talking about the key legislations which include the Mines Act, Mines Rules, Forest Conservation Rule, R&R, Resettlement Rehabilitation Rules, which are needed to be followed by both mine owners and MDO partners, which are the key backbone of the mining industries. Talking about the future of mining industry, here is you can see the projected figures. We can see that it is the anticipated growth of ninefold in increase in the MDO annual turnover up to the FY 2030. And you also figure is projected that in financial year 2030, about 80 to 85% production will come from the MDO or either the contractual more working. It will also show that there will be some decline in the wholesale company owner workings. The key factors which is required to more the MDO's role and also the boosting the mining industry's production. These are the automation.
Yeah. 1 minute.
Yeah.
Only 1 minute.
Yeah, sir, definitely. Automation, digitization, and data analytics play a vital role in this category. Already talking about the DBL journey. Yeah. Talking about the way forward strategies, how the DBL's forward approach is. DBL will follow the approach for the smooth transition or running the MDO running, like clear contractual agreement, financial transparency, resource estimation. They are the key focus area on which both the MDO partner and mine owner, they will come on the same page, so that any conflict or any mutual interest or common understanding can be built away. And and it is needed of a strong dispute management system also, sir. Concluding it, if we conclude that mining MDO is the future of mining industry, it is because that its owner company can more focus in its core competency, and all technological responsibility and financial risk lies to the MDO. So, but talking about the success of this, mutual collaboration is much needed. Mutual understanding, mutual goal, common objective. When they are on the same pace, then the MDO will be success, and it will benefit both mining industry and MDO partners also. Thank you.
Thank you, Lalit.
adhering to the time. Thanks. Now, I invite Nikhil Sinha from CMPDI RI 7. He will speak about integrated studies using seismic survey, 2D and 3D both, for HEMM specification. So, okay. Nikhil, please.
Good afternoon to the chairperson and all the delegates and audience present over here. My technical studies is on mapping of depth-wise compressive strength of different coal bed at the exploration stage only. So, okay. So this is the overview of my presentations. Just the brief of what is geophysics. It is dealt with the change in the physical properties and the process of the earth. Physical property constitute like density, electricity, resistivity, magnetic susceptibility, and acoustic impedance of the earth. It is a multidisciplinary subject, geology, physics, and maths. It needs the knowledge of all the three. And geophysics survey divided into two parts, surface and subsurface survey. There is a wide applications of the geophysics in various fields. Some of them are shown over here in coal explorations, geotechnical studies, and mine-related issues, non-coal minerals explorations, groundwater, and environmental studies. I'm going to discuss here the mainly the two geophysical methods which I have used for this study. First is seismic survey. Seismic survey is where we generate the artificial energy to the ground, and that energy gets reflected to different formations of the subsurface. Gets reflected through the different formations and recorded into the geophones. This is the two-way to acquire the 2D seismic survey data. One is 2D and second one is the 3D seismic survey. In 2D, we get the sectional information. However, in 3D, we get the azimuthal information too. This is the statistical data which I have drawn through the past few tenders, that the conventional exploration method and comparison between the seismic and exploration through the seismic with few number of boreholes. When we do the conventional method in comparison to that, in 2D seismic, the cost and time has been reduced by 41% and 37% respectively. And in 3D seismic survey, the time and the cost has been reduced by 50 and 30% respectively. These are the just pictorial representations of the instrument. Geophysical well logging. In geophysical well logging, we record the continuous change in the physical parameters through the borehole by using the multi-parametric probes. So this is again the pictorial representation of the instrument. So my technical study is to using this two method, seismic survey and geophysical logging. I map the compressive strength of different coal beds, and which can be useful which can be useful for designing the specifications of HEMM from the from the exploration stage only. So details about this theory. In the well logging, there is many multi-parametric probes, out of which there are some high baud rate probes are like sonic and acoustic imaging, which can be used to analyze the well in terms of uniaxial compressive strength and tensile strength. So this is the just velocity analysis drawn through the sonic sonic logging, in which we get the primary velocity, secondary, and the Stoneley waves.
Nikhil sir, 1 minute.
Yeah. So this is the output of the two method. The left one is the seismic time sections, where we get the informations of subsurface information, lateral and longitudinal, and the right one is the well logging data, from which we this well data has been used to convert the seismic data into the depth. Like because in seismic we get the two-way travel time. Means what we get the information in it is in the time. So we use the well data to get converted into the depth. So this is the pictorial representation. Or from this, I have used the well, PV velocity of the well and the lab data from where we get the UCS value. And I have used the two empirical relations.
Please conclude.
Yes, sir. So from this two empirical relations, the second one is the variation in the second predicted value is very much less. So which can be used to map the layer-wise UCS of the different horizons from top to bottom, because we have the velocity of the horizons from the seismic velocity. Like I have shown in these figures, we have the in the grid-wise manner. So along with that, we get the additional information also that is Young modulus Poisson ratio, which can be helpful to minimize the risk factors for the underground mines and also in the scientific slope stability. And this is my conclusion. Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Now, I invite Sri Abhimanyu Mondetia. Am I correct? Okay. He will discuss about achievements in contract management and monitoring of mining contracts in MCL.
Good afternoon, sir. Today I am presenting, Abhimanyu Mondetia presenting on behalf of CMC Department MCL Headquarters. I, along with Rajiv Kumar sir and Amit Kumar sir, has presented this presentation. This presentation is about the contract management that we are doing in MCL and what are the issues that are being encountered in during execution of the contracts, like issues of villagers, non-availability of EC, FC, and what are the solutions to those problems. So we will discuss about that one by one. You see, this paper highlights the management of contract, and presently around 95% of the production is being done by the contractual means in MCL, and about 25 to 35 mining contracts are awarded every year. So presently 81 numbers of contracts are currently operating across all the projects of MCL. OB removal 18, coal extraction 18, coal loading and transportation 16 numbers of contracts are there. Composite OB contracts, coal and OB are there. MDO, we have 4 MDOs is there. And road cell loading 7 contracts, vehicle loading 15 contracts. So managing these large amount of contracts requires a systematic approach, and to mitigate the issues, we are going to discuss about the same in the preceding slides. So what is the contract management? So before starting with the contract management, we should be able to understand that there are certain issues that may come during the execution of the contract. So the terms and conditions of the contract should be drafted in such a way that all the issues that you apprehend during the course of execution are well drafted and taken care of during the preparation of the drafting of terms and conditions of the contract itself. Because once the terms and conditions are drafted and it's being incorporated in the tender conditions, there is nothing you can do. So drafting of terms and conditions of the contract is very important, and for that to mitigate the risk associated with the contract execution. And managing the contracts by identifying the risk. There are certain risks which are always involved in the contracts during execution of the contracts. So providing its control measure is equally important in the contract provisions, documents, and ensuring deliverables within the time schedule. So what is the risk in contract management? What is the risk? It is the chance or likelihood of any event or incident that has a potential to negatively impact the progress of the contract, in performance of the contract. Like risk in contract, non-shifting of houses. We see in every day in MCL, there are lots of issues regarding this eviction of villagers, and they are actually affecting the performance of the contract. Like strikes by villagers, frequent obstructions by villagers, geological disturbance is also there, non-availability of forest clearance and environmental clearance are certain issues which needs to be taken care of. So once the contract is awarded, the thing that we can do by managing the contract is as under. So how exactly MCL does its contract management? So as I explained earlier, risk identification is very important. We have identified certain risk till now, that non-shifting of houses, non-availability of FC in time, obstruction by villagers in blasting operations, some issues, restrictions, geological disturbance, and any other situation depending on the prevailing conditions of the mines are the risk which can be anticipated during the execution of the contract. So MCL, what MCL does, it exercises the remedy already provided in the contract provisions in terms of the contract to overcome such problems and to mitigate the risk by adopting and resorting to those provisions which are provided already in the contract. So measures to mitigate such risk are change of site, allocation of alternative site, inclusion of new work elements, reappropriation of quantities, and accordingly, what we do, change of site. So once there is a problem in execution of the contract, a certain part of the contract is having some hindrances due to non-shifting of villagers. What we have done, MCL became the first company to introduce the concept of change of site. Earlier, what used to be done, the change of site was the only concept. The existing original tender side of the contract was having some hindrances, and then alternate side, the change of site was done. But subsequently, it was observed that change of site is not sufficient, so later on the provisions was modified, and the provision was incorporated to include change of site as well as concurrent working in the original tender site. In this way, both the contractor could work in both the areas, the alternate change of site and the original tender site. Later on, in 2022 and 22-23, Coal India also adopted this provision in the CERIMS, and they inserted one more clause in that which enabled to transfer the contracts from one mine to another mines. Like if there is a hindrance in the contract during execution of the contract, what we do is we can also transfer the contract within the same area outside the mine also. So this way the contract's performance was improved. Inclusive of new work elements and reappropriation quantities. See, if there are certain issues in contract like a cutting of a road, what we were envisaged during a preparation of the estimate, there are certain issues which were not actually apprehended during the preparation of the estimate. Then those issues, if are encountered, then they change the conditions of the contract according to which they were set to perform. So what happens? There is a provision in contract where we can include some new work elements. We can also go for reappropriation of quantities, and the rates for these new work elements can also be derived by the SOR rate, which has already been adopted by MCL. So conclusion of these mitigating measures are that there is an improvement in contracts and achievement of mutually agreed targets and smooth running of the contracts and under the prevailing circumstances. This is very important because the circumstances changes every time. So we have to make sure that the proper monitoring of the contracts are done so as to ensure the maximum output from the contracts.
Please conclude.
Yes. So there's a little case study. I won't discuss much about it, but the thing is when penalty is imposed on the contractor, it is not the purpose of the contract management. The purpose of the contract management is to get the maximum output from the contracts under the vicious and difficult circumstances. So conclusion, we have resolved the problems of the MCL projects since very beginning, but we have data for last 4 years. In 2021-22, we had solved 42 problems. In 21-22, 30 problems were solved. 22-23, 23, and the 23-24 is now. So with proper monitoring of contracts during execution, the contracts could be efficiently and effectively managed, and that's what we are doing here in the MCL. Thank you.
Thanks, Abhimanyu. Now I request Sri Neeraj Kumar Gupta, Manager Mining Coal India Limited, to give his talk on designing and testing of non-clogging filters for continuous minor dust scrubber.
Thank you, sir. Good afternoon, everyone. Before moving on to the presentation, I would like to acknowledge Coal India Limited and University of Kentucky, US for giving me an opportunity to pursue my research work. So what is dust? Dust are solid particles which ranges from 1 micron to 100 micron, and based on the nature of generation, its physical properties, and ambient condition, it remains airborne. And in ideal conditions, dust ranging from 15 micron to 100 micron, it settled down by their own because of the gravity. But the dust, the sizes which ranges from 1 micron to 15 micron, if it is not taken care well, it can be airborne for a little longer. And prolonged exposure to these dust can cause severe lung diseases. And in mining field, it's very well known as coal workers pneumoconiosis or black lung diseases. And over the period of time, it has claimed so many lives. Despite of the fact that these diseases can be controlled, but there has been an increase in number of cases all along the world. So whether it's US, Canada, Australia, India, or any other country, but the number of cases has been in the rise. And poor ventilation is also one of the factors which affects the safety standards of the mine. So when we talk about the safety standards of a mine, ventilation plays a very crucial role, because accumulation of methane gases or high level of dust concentration can lead to mine explosion. When we talk about the underground coal mining, and with an impetus to increase the coal production in the coming years, continuous miners will be deployed in a larger number of quantities. So this is just a replica of continuous miner, which not only we use this as a coal cutting machine, this is also used in the development phases. All modern day continuous miners are equipped with scrubbers. Scrubbers are an integral part of the system. So the major function of scrubber can be understood with this animation. Scrubbers not only takes the dirty air from the working phases, cleans it and then redirect it to the return gallery, but it also directs the fresh air from the intake to the working phases. So that is the major portion that it is handling. So basically a scrubber takes out the dust-laden air, it treats here, the treated air is passed on to the demister where it sets the water vapor, and the treated air is then redirected to the gallery. But the issue is right here. These fibrous screens are made up of 15 to 20 layers of wire meshes, which gets clogged very, very often. So for every, let's say, 15 to 30 feet of advancement, these screens gets clogged. So this makes the whole process discontinuous. You make an advance of 15, 30 feet, you get back, operators come down, you either flush that system or you replace it. So our goal was to develop a drop-down replacement of this screen. So the whole work was divided into 3 parts. Stage 1 was developing a computational model where we can test all the factors affecting the screen designs. Once those were frozen down, and when we narrowed down to the design parameters, those were then fabricated in the machine shops, and those were tested in the laboratories. Once the data of the CFD modeling and the lab results were under the controllable limits, those screens were then tested in the mine. So I have not included the testing data of the mine here, but I will just have a glimpse of what we did in the laboratory. So our screen that we named, it was impingement screen, since it was based on the principle of impaction, and the principle of impaction was given by the scientist Marple in the year 1976. So this principle can be explained very easily with these animations. Higher the mass of the particle, higher will be the momentum. Lower the mass of the particle, lower will be the momentum. So it will be very difficult for the particle to align itself with the air velocity, and eventually it will end up striking the plates. The smaller particles having the lower momentum, they align themselves with the air velocity and they take that steep turns. So based on these principle, we did.
1 minute.
Yeah. So based on this principle, we followed the computational models. Different modeling was done. And I'll just go through this because we don't have enough time. Meshing parameters were designed. After that, steady state simulations were run. Once we had these steady state simulations, transient state simulations were run to identify the cleaning efficiency. This is just an animation how these screens are working. So because of the sharper turns, the bigger particles, they are not getting enough time to align themselves, and they collide with the one of the screens. This was the laboratory setup. Fan directs the air sampling was done at the pre-filtration and post-filtration stage, and based on the designs of the filter, the calculation was made. After that, we established the values of conventional screen, and those were compared with these impingement screen designs. So although this looks very similar, but all these screens that are attached here have different geometries. So these screens were the replacement of those conventional screens. These screens were tested along with the conventional screens, and the results was this one. So as you can see from the results, the conventional screen, although it has a lesser pressure drop, but the cleaning efficiency is far better than that of the conventional screens.
Please conclude.
Yeah. So based on the results that we received, currently our team, me along with the Jitendra E&M, are developing a mine filter, which will not only help in improving the air quality of the underground mines, it can also be used for the good ventilation. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Neeraj. Now the last paper of this technical session on design and optimization of mine slope using the limit equilibrium method will be presented by Mr. Jajaneshwar Biswal of NIT Rourkela.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. Good afternoon, everyone. This is Jaganeshwar Biswal presenting a project we did in NIT Rourkela, that is design and optimization of mine slope using LEM method. I will cover why this is important, and as I said, this is a case study, so where we did this project, and just as a time constant, just conclude with the result and discussion. And as I question why this is important, the picture tells everything. You can see the miners have lost their lives due to the slope failure. And in 2016, 2019, 2022, and as recent as 2023, February, the mine collapse in China kills 5 miners and 48 missing still. Okay. So going further, we are excavating the ores, but still we are depends upon the safe and efficient excavation and safe and safe slopes, so that the we can generate a safe environment for the miners. And here LEM comes into the picture, and this method is now adapted wisely to get the factor of safety of slopes. So how it is working, just go through this. And this method adapt to resisting force and defined force. That FOS calculated the ratio between the resisting force and deriving force. If the resisting force is more, then it's safe. That is factor of safety more than 1. And this method is all about this slice method, depends on the method of slice. And the slopes are slices in individually, and this slice taking as assumptions as an individual. And this W is the weight of the soil above the failure surface. And these are the driving forces and resisting forces in this picture. Now this slide tells about my study area, that is one of the manganese mines located at Keonjhar district, Odisha. And it is full of rich of iron, manganese, as well as the shell. Going to method and methodology. First, the mine visit was done, and then sample acquisition, sample testing in the laboratory, then geometrical extraction from the plan, and getting the lithologs data from the mines, then simulation with the LEM method, then redesigning and stabilization of the slopes. We have visited the mines and getting the plans and the lithologs, and the samples were collected from the mines as well as the data, and the samples were investigated in our lab, that is universal compressive strength, tensile strength, point load index, and for the cohesion and internal function of we have tested a direct shear test and as well as the unit weight test by the water displacement method. And after getting the properties, then the comes into the picture of LEM method, how it is works. Let's look into this. In slope stability simulation by LEM, first is extraction. Extraction of profiles from the plan view, which is we got from the mines. That is one of the plan. After that, we extracted
Visuals of 1 minute.
next, please. Okay, it's fine now. Thank you.
Last 1 minute, please.
Okay. As time wasted, I go fast. First is extraction from the extraction profile from the plan. Second, preparation of profile including material boundary and as well as the material properties. Third, simulation with the LEM. We got the FOS value. Then design and optimization of slope. Let's take an example of quarry 4 and location 4. First, the bench angle was 89%, and we got the factor of safety less than 0.5. Then we reduced the bench angle to 75 degree, and then the factor of safety comes more than 0.5, but still unstable. So after that, we reduced the bench angle to 45 degree and then for 37 degree. Then we got the factor of safety more than 1, and still it's less, but it's stable now. Then the graph shows all the individual quarries and locations. We did the simulation and optimization and simulation with LEM. As you can see, some of the locations are only 2 to 3 iteration, as they are stable with their in 2 to 3 iteration, but some of are in 4, and some of are also less than 1, still factor of safety less than 1, as the weaker there are in weaker strata or fragmented shale or fragmented manganese ores.
Please conclude.
In my conclusion, I can say the majority of failures will occur in weaker strata and also in the weaker shale, the fragmented ore, and most of the locations are slopes are below 75 or 60 angle are safe, and pits are bench comprising the fiber or low strength weathered material that still required some of the still required modification to stable. And for effective of this slope stability for longer period, we have to monitor continuously. And this is my conclusion, and thank you.
So all the papers have been presented. So far, there have been 7 papers, as you heard. And I am sorry to all the authors, due to paucity of time, we could not do justice. So very elaborate discussion could not take place. But I am sure all the authors are able to send the message, what they wanted to convey. So with this, I thank you, the co-chair, Sri Sanjeev Agrawal, General Manager at MCL. And if there are some questions, 1 or 2, please raise your hands. Please give your introduction. And just a minute. Give your introduction and then please state to whom your question is addressed to.
I'm Rajshekhar, GMP and PSCCL. I have a question to, I think, Lalit, right? Dilip Buildcon. I have one question. The requirement of MDO in coal industry, we 100% agree. But I want to know one thing from you actually, exclusively from Dilip Buildcon also. Even Coal India feels that MDO is the need of the hour, so we are going a long way. Why MDO operators, I am adding another word, long-term contract also. We have given one of the biggest contract to you, Dilip Buildcon. After giving LOE, what risk you are foreseen, you have backed out. Because of that, the mine operations have been get back to almost हम लोग 1 साल 2 साल पीछे हो गए. Same problem we have given another MDO to another company. After issue of LOA, they backed out. So in MDOs operate per a contractor perspective, what you people say after you participate in the tenders and after issuing the LOA, why you people are backing out?
My voice is audible, sir?
Yeah.
Yeah. So your key focus is that we are not getting the numbers as the desired by MCL. Exactly? Requirements, sir? Yes, you were.
Okay. In Coal India, it will take lot of time to tender and award the work. After awarding this, because as you rightly said, MDO is the need of the hour and we have to enhance our coal production. After completing the process, after issuing the LOE, some of the MDOs contractors, they are backing out. Because of that, there is a setback, a huge setback for us. Even in yourself also, you are in Dilip Buildcon. This is the one of the biggest contract of coal contract given in coal industry to you people from SCCL. But after taking the LOA issue, after 6 months, 7 months, people have backed out. So what risk you are seeing that if at all, if you see that there is any problem in the contract, you should not enter in that. You means the contract as a MDO operators. Because of that, huge time lapse is going on. So in this case, yeah, another contract we have given some other big 12 million ton MDO contract. After taking the LOE, then contractor didn't turn up. So what risks you people are seeing as a MDO perspective in Coal India document, so that after issuing the LOE, you people are not taking up the works?
First, the key risk is of the alignment of objectives and goals, actually, sir. When a company file the tender and MDO partner taking the bids, and he has some certain goals as well as some expectation from the owners also, sir. Sometimes some misleading or some gaps they will find. Second, the support required, just like that, various type of works involved in the after once the production is commenced, like the R&R, rehabilitation and resettlement, land acquisitions, various things which are at initial time when the tender is filed or the company creates the financial model, and it was supposed to that these things will happen on the time, and but the things get derailed, and as I earlier also in showing the presentation, the more financial risk is towards the MDO owner, not to the MDO MDO partner, not to MDO company. Then these things get derailed. Most of the cost implications come to the MDO partners only. Third is the reserve resource and OB estimations. Initially, when the tender is given, the certain information is based on either the GSI's exploration or the borehole density which was given is very less, or sometimes resource interpretation error also, sir. And when we commence the production and the things come that the things which was given in the earlier scope and the things which are getting in the field are get the different actually when times. Not about the particular, it's a general line, sir, but these are the some reasons, sir. That gets MDO partners has to rethink that if these things are going on future also, then the huge cost implications will come on the MDO partners only. And the MDO owner company does not want to take any decision or take the sharing the responsibility of the minimizing the financial risk of MDO. If even I earlier also explained that the mutual collaboration is needed for the success of any MDO project or the big mine projects actually. Until and unless both the MDO owner and MDO partner will not come on the same pace and align with the same objective and productions, until and unless the success will be a far goal actually, sir.
Okay, Lalit, please. I hope he has explained. And in case there is any further query, you may interact through email, etc. So, I hope there is no other question. I have only 2 queries, not questions to Professor Sahu. Professor Sahu, from the point of view of estimating greenhouse gas emission to the atmosphere due to coal mining and handling activities, do we have any estimate of what quantity of coal we are losing annually due to mine fire, number 1. And number 2, 2019 refinement of the IPCC says that not only fugitive methane emission is there due to passage of return air in the underground mine, there is slow oxidation of coal and good amount of carbon dioxide is also released to the atmosphere. Any idea on these numbers?
Sir, no, at this moment we have not worked on that. Of course, we can calculate those things taking into account how many fires are there in each of the coal mine. We can calculate to a significant extent. This particular work was aimed to establish an accurate method because we are dependent on several methods. There is no unanimity. And people, researchers say that if you do not succeed with the first method, go for TGA, go for critical air blast. So in that way, we'll reach nowhere. So about your question about greenhouse gas emissions, so we have not, my other colleagues are working on that. I am not familiar with that particular field.
Okay, thank you.
Dr. Sahu, I had, that's myself, Dr. Shashwati.
Yes, ma'am.
The question was that you have done an elaborate estimation of the spontaneous combustion and done a survey on that, quite elaborate. Have you tried any additive as to which can act as a blanket, as Sir just mentioned, in order to reduce it? Because now that it's DSC, which is available in, definitely NIT Rourkela has it as well. So have you tried any additive which can actually potentially, without harming the coal's property, can actually cut off the oxygen and can act as a blanket on it?
Yes, madam. Some of our students have worked on the inhibitors, but at this point of time, we found them to be quite costly.
Too expensive for coal or the area to be covered?
Yes, because the amount of coal that is under fire, to handle that, in fact, in underground, so far, nitrogen flushing probably is the best.
Okay.
But using other chemicals at this point of time is quite costly.
Costly. Okay, thank you.
And thank you. Now, the session comes to an end, and I hand over the mic to the organizers. Thank you very much for giving patient hearing to all the authors. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. It has been an informative and insightful session. I extend my heartfelt appreciation to the chairman of the technical session, Dr. Ajay Kumar Singh, honorary editor, MGMI, to the rapporteur, Sri Sanjeev Agarwal, General Manager Mining, and to all the presenters. And now I would like to request Dr. Ajay Kumar Singh, sir, to felicitate or as a small token of appreciation to all the participants and also to the rapporteur of the technical session. So I request, sir, to present a memento to Sri Sanjeev Agarwal, General Manager Mining, with a memento. Thank you, sir. Again, I request, sir, to present a small memento to Professor S.S. Rai, PhD, of Department of Mining, IIT ISM, Dhanbad. Again, I request sir to present a small token of appreciation to Professor H.B. Sahu, Dean NIT Raulkala. Again, I request sir to present a memento to Sri Lalit Shirvi, Senior Manager, Coal Mining Division, Dilip Bidcon Limited. So again, I requested to present a memento to Sri Nikhil Sinha, Exploration Department, CMPDI RI 7. So requested to present a memento to Sri Avimanyu Mundetia, Manager Mining, CMC MCL. Please give a big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. The enthusiasm should not be down. I again request sir to present a memento to Sri Neeraj Kumar Gupta, Manager Mining, Coal India Limited. Again, I request sir to present a token of appreciation to Jajneshwar Biswal, Research Scholar, Department of Mining Engineering, NIT Raulkala. Thank you so much, sir. Now I would like to request Sri Rajiv Kumar Jha, sir, GMCMC, to present a small token of appreciation to the chairman of the technical session 2, Dr. Ajay Kumar Singh, sir, Honorary Editor, MGMI. Please, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a big round of applause for sir. It has been a fantastic session. Thank you. With this, we have come to the end of the technical session 2.
Ladies and gentlemen, now we are ready for our third technical session on startup innovators and exhibitors. For a group photograph of technical session 2, all may please assemble here. So with this, we concluded our second technical session, and now we welcome our third technical session. So before starting the session, I would request Shri Y.K. Singha, Manager E&M, to kindly come over the dais and share a brief about this session. Please welcome Shri Y.K. Singha on the dais.
Good afternoon to all. Thank you, Sushmita. This session assumes an importance in the context of redefining India's mining scenario for multiple reasons. First being startups and innovators. They are the transition bridge that we have from academia to industry. That is one. And secondly, it's a confluence of industry, academia, as well as innovators, this CERIMS 2023. And MCL is a living example. So we have Professor S.S. Rai here. I'll tell you why I'm mentioning his name. Sir, if you could just add. This is to convey an acknowledgement, sir. So in 2019, this innovation cell was formed in MCL. Innovation was there before the formation also. But as soon as this cell was formed, we were sent to a conference which was conducted by IIT ISM Dhanbad along with IBM. So that was in 2019. We were just talking about IoTs, artificial intelligence, in a very, could be, would be thing. Today we are in a position to have a session where we have has-been-done people who are going to come and present their ideas. So a big round of applause for IIT ISM Dhanbad and Professor S.S. Rai, because he was the one who was spearheading that conference. Now, this session takes a special importance because as we started with the journey of innovation in our organization, we tried to engage with multiple organizations, and surprisingly, we found most of the solutions from startups only, startups and innovators. So with this brief, we have 6 companies 4 of them we have already inducted in our works and activities. 2 of them are prospective, and I would like to wish them best, because this is one of the best platforms you can have to showcase your ideas and innovations. And with this, I will welcome them on the stage. Sushmita, you can take over. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Singha. Now, for conducting this session, I invite Professor H.B. Sahu, Dean, NIT Rourkela, on the stage. I request him to kindly come over the dais. Professor H.B. Sahu, NIT Rourkela, and be the chairman of this session. I also invite Shri P.K. Mohanty sir, Senior Manager Mining, to come over the dais and assume this session as rapporteur of this session. I invite representatives of 6 companies for presenting their innovations and startups in this session. So first I invite Mr. Nitin J. from Propel Industries Private Limited, Mr. Ruchit B.K. Surati from UCTL Private Limited, Mr. Ankit Srivastava from Garuda UV Soft Solutions Private Limited, Mr. Prarab Jyoti Barman from Goti Shield Technologies Private Limited, Mr. Kalash Nibjia from Bidal Technology Private Limited, and Mr. Ashutosh Dhar from TESMEC. So ladies and gentlemen, please welcome them with a huge round of applause. And all the presenters are requested to kindly come on the dais. So all our presenters are on the dais now, and I'm handing over the stage to the chairman of this session, Professor H.B. Sahu sir. Sir, over to you, please.
Okay, so welcome to the 3rd session of this one-day conference. And here in this session, 3 typical startups, companies, they will present their work. And we are all aware that we are running through time constraints, and the time schedule for each presentation would be 5 minutes. So please restrict yourself to the time so that we can finish well within the time, so that the validation session can start in time. Thank you. So the first one would be a presentation by MCL. First presentation will by Propel.
So good afternoon, everyone, and I thank this opportunity for giving us, by being the first company to do an electric truck. So I'll just start. We Propel are from southern part of India, from Tamil Nadu, Coimbatore. We started this company in 2007. We belong to a Navy group of companies. Yes. So we belong to a Navy group of companies, which is 60 years. Our company is 60 years legacy. So initially, we started with castings in 1962, which we used to supply to all HCMs such as Caterpillar, Komatsu, and GE, Ingersoll-Rand. And after that, we started Opel, where we used to do machining of the castings. After that, we ventured into products such as Bull, where we manufacture backloaders. Right now, we are number 2 in India, next to JCB, and we export to 60 to 70 plus countries in Bull. And Propel was started in 2009, where we offer crushing and screening solutions. So ours is 4,00,000 square feet with in-house R&D. And since we do casting and machining, all our parts are made in in-house. So this is our revenue growth of Propel. The Propel was started in 2009. Until that, CAGR for Propel Opel was 50%. After starting Propel, it's 37.5%. So these are all the products what we offer, from Grizzly, from 100 TPH to 1000 TPH. I'll just showcase this since it's a platform. Sand washer, everything. And I'd like to go to this previous slide, because we were the first in the world to showcase a track-mounted screen with 4-deck. Our company, we would like to call us as a more passionable engineers, because we like to invent things and to take risks. That's how we could able to grow from 6 crores in 2011 to 1,100 crores in 2022. And we are also the first in the world to provide dual power, like in the tracks and semi-mobile, you can also run the track and screen both in electricity and diesel. So the cost per ton will be around 50% when compared to diesel. So this is our EV truck. So this is a new vertical which we formed in 2018. We started this project based on the customer's need, as customer wants to the customer wanted an electric trucks because almost 60 to 70% of the cost goes into diesel. So in 2018 we started this project, and the product is made in India, and we took 5.5 years to do this product. And as of now, we started production in this 2023 March, and first lot we have done 10 machines which we sold from July to September. One of the highlights of our product is in 6x4, we offer one of the highest rear axle ratio of 7.63, which ensures more torque on the wheel so that you can encounter any gradient. Even you can encounter 30% gradability with 45 ton GVW. And we offer 18 cubic meter rock body in 6x4 segment, which is highest in the segment. And another main USP is the charging time of our present truck is just 1 hour, 0 to 100% in 1 hour. And within 3 months, we are also coming with a solution where you can charge the same truck within just 30 minutes. And just a minute. Yes. This is the driver comfort. And second, the main 3 phases while developing the product was performance, driver comfort, and safety. So we focused also on driver comfort because we wanted to provide him more comfort since the vehicle is operated in tough conditions. So we offer 4-point air suspended cabin, which is first in the segment, and driver seat is also air suspended. And next, our power steering can be driven, within one finger itself. How we do is, in engine, the power steering pump is directly coupled with, directly is coupled with engine. So what we do is our steering pump is directly running in a constant speed so that the effort is always less even at any different maneuvers or at any different loads. And DGMS safety features we have incorporated in all our vehicles. Apart from that, we also have hill hold, which ensures restart during the restart point even at gradability conditions. And this is the EV trucks performance. I would like to take some time here because when we deploy EV trucks in a mine, there are 2 different applications. One is open cast mine and one is elevation mine. In open cast mine, the cost saving is 1:4. If you see that the first machine what we sold in the 2505 is almost around 1,000 hours run. So EV cost per ton per kilometer is 0.06. Vis-a-vis diesel is 0.32.
Please conclude. Please conclude.
And if you see here the cost saving is 1:4. If you come to elevation mine where we generate power and increase the range, so the operational cost is just 10%. So if you see the last 3 belongs to same customer where the cost saving is just 1:10. So these are all the upcoming models which we are specifically designing for MCL with 8x4 with 33 cubic meter cold body. So this is the EV present trucks performance, and this is the footprint of Propel on global. And these are all the awards what we received in the past years. I'd like to thank the delegates for giving this wonderful opportunity to showcase our product. And we are looking for an opportunity where we can work with MCL hand in hand in a pilot project so that whatever the results we have shown in the presentation, we'd like to also show it practically to the MCL also. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. And then the next startup is UCTL.
So good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for having us here today. So we are a company based in Ahmedabad, Gujarat, and we work in an interesting space. So as we all know, coal industry is employing a diverse set of OEMs like Komatsu, Scania, Mercedes, Volvo, and many new OEMs keep coming. And different type of equipment manufacturers have expertise on certain type of equipment work. So the biggest challenge lies is basically how do you monitor the health and performance of this equipment across all OEMs. Each OEMs have their own solutions and platform, but they are more geared and designed towards the automotive perspective, not from the mining application perspective. Okay, so we kind of started out on this challenge area, and as also mentioned in Rai sir's presentation, that one of the key aspect of digitizations in mining industry is basically a real-time monitoring of the mining assets, which is basically predominantly we're talking about the HMMs here, which are the driving force of the operations. So ours is basically an AI ML-based solution, which is an IoT platform that helps you unify all OEMs across all type of equipments and centrally monitor them. So we built something called UHD, Unified Harmonized Dashboard. What it simply does is basically a gateway, FMS gateway, that sits in the vehicle that is electrically powered, and then it unifies all data that is coming from ECU, CAN lines, or any sort of information that is digitally transmitted across the vehicle network, unifies them, and sends them to cloud. With this, what happens, you no longer need to have a dependency on a very specific OEM-driven solution. Instead, you could monitor all of them at once under single roof. So just to give you perspective, we're monitoring all health parameters in the pilot phase, what we are doing with MCL right now. Engine RPM, engine load, torque, the throttle position, fuel consumption, HMR, and everything. So if, let's say, you could put a condition that if the torque is constantly above 95 or engine oil temperature is constantly above 99, it should send you a notification. It's a platform, so it does not limit itself to the specific applications that we give. It is fueled by the data that is generated from the equipment. So for example, I was just speaking with a gentleman, in the exhibition. He said, can we have a system to automatically capture all the HMR and the odometer readings of the equipment, for a shift-wise, day-wise, or a month-wise, and that can happen on a click of a button. So we are going much more well beyond than these integrations. We are looking at more on proactive and preventive maintenance in terms of anomaly detection. How do you leverage this OEM's data real time on an FMS gateway and predict if something could go wrong? So we are on a trajectory of building a solution that not only unifies all the OEM's data on a single UHD platform, but also gives you an option or a feature to kind of translate that data into an actionable value or an actionable intelligence. Just to give you perspective further. So the three key elements here is basically the OEMs would say that our warranty would void if you kind of interface with the electronic signals or our systems. So our technology is very unique. It's a capacitive, non-intrusive reading technology, which means we do not cut, touch, splice any wires to read the data. It is transmitted in a completely capacitive and a non-intrusive way. So there are no warranties or insurance void.
1 minute.
Okay, thank you. The second thing is it's OEM agnostic. So the gateway over the last 10 years, the kind of research we've carried out in the field, right? We studied all the protocols of all the OEMs and translated them into a digital firmwares. So the single gateway works as kind of a agnostic, platform to read data from any type of OEM. The third one is basically, here's what I'm showing you key parameters, like this is Puzzolona Lakhanpur surface miner. It's part of the pilot project that we have been given. And what you see as a screenshot is basically the RPMs and the torque, engine coolant temperature, and likewise other parameters. On the other side, you see odometer, HMR, and fuel consumption readings that are coming live. The data is stored like every 30 seconds, so you can retrospectively go back in time anywhere and figure out any sort of analysis, KPIs, to kind of improve the efficiency of your mining operations.
Yes. Please conclude. Please conclude.
Okay. And as we all say, like the data is the new oil, and I'm saying this in a mining conference. Okay. So AI and ML are going to be the drivers of change and will create a lasting impact on how we live and how we work. Okay. The revolution of AI will be fueled by the data, and it is aimed to significantly improve the HMM space. And we are at the epicenter of how you generate the data securely and safely and leverage it to your future efficiency and improvement in the operations. Thank you.
Thank you. And the next startup is Gatisil.
Good afternoon to everyone. So today I am going to present before you about our AI/ML based safety and security solutions that we have deployed across oil and gas and mining sector. So first I will start with the problem that most of the industries has today is the managing of commercial transport that comes towards the industry, both for loading and unloading. So it is a big problem because everywhere the manual process is being followed, the physical gate pass has been done, and there is not much level of automation is done, right? So also the most of the industries has limited parking spaces, and so it is difficult to manage. So what we are doing here is that we are automating the data that truck has, that particular driver has, and we integrate those data, and once the vehicle comes to the industry or the mining, it automatically identify the truck, and based on the data that it has, and it can open the gate. And most importantly, the physical gate pass can be replaced with the paper base, and the security check can be done. And for some of the industries, there are certain PPE, requirements are there. Like the driver and helper has to follow certain PPE. So that PPE checking also can be integrated with our solution. And most recently, we have also integrated breath analyzer into our system. So wherein, the alcohol content of the driver can be automatically checked. And if it is more than the prescribed limit, then we can restrict him to enter the premises. So in the next slide, can I ask the person to play the video? Yeah. So this is the video at the HPSL LPG import facility. As you can see that we have the entire vehicle data which is being captured in our system. So we have integrated this data from their SAP, via API. And earlier, for one truck, it used to take around 15 to 20 minutes to enter into the premises. Now it takes hardly around, 4 to 5 seconds for the vehicle to enter into the premises. Can the second video be played? Yeah. So in this video, you can see that the driver is trying to get into the license area. So in the license area, apart from the vehicle number, they also have a, mandatory the PPE and the face check of the driver. Because these drivers are basically, the police verification is done, so that only the same driver can come. Now, coming to the smart access control system. So as you know, the access control has been there in the industry from long time. So earlier we used to use RFID technologies, but now we are using biometric technology. We use thumb, we use face. But still there are problem with the existing system is that, it cannot integrate the PPE part. Because in most of the industries and factories, the PPE also has to be checked before they enter into the premises.
1 minute left.
Right? And then also along with that, the safety training also is one of the integral part of the employees and the contractors who goes and work inside the plant or the mine. So in our system, it can actually do the safety training, and if the safety training is expired, they will be denied access into the premises. And in the next slide, we are actually doing a similar project in MCL for their Orion mine colliery 1 and 2. So apart from the phase PP, we are also integrating the alcohol breath analyzer into the system. So the miners who are going inside the mine, they will be check all the parameters. And the most important part is that, for tracking the miners inside the mine, basically the lamp is used, right? But here with technology, we will be able to give the live head count of the system who are inside the mine. If someone, his shift is over, then probably he will be able to, able to send alert to his supervisor so that appropriate action can be taken.
Please conclude.
So the last slide is basically, we discussed about the access control part, but now what next? So when you are working inside any license area, so you have to continuously wear PPE. Like you can see in the picture, a person working on the height. So for the person working on the height, his harness can be checked automatically. If he has not worn the harness, then probably it can be, intimated to the fire and safety department. Similarly, we also do have fall and slip, technology which is built into AI. If some persons, if they falls on the floor, then it can be immediately, informed to the rescue team so that rescue can be taken. Thank you.
Thank you. And the next one is Tesmek.
Good evening. Today we'll be talking about the surface. Many of you know the surface miners, but today we'll be talking about surface miners for cutting. These surface miners can cut rock up to 140 MPa. I'm just dividing this presentation in two parts. First a video, and then we'll come to the presentation. You can see the machine cutting different hardness of the rocks. There are sandstone, there are limestone, there is a mixed material. A typical sandstone block which can be cut. And you can see a drilling machine being thrown behind the machine now. Can we run the presentation now? Many of you will be wondering that we have seen surface miners all along. They have been running in our mines, but how come now this machine is able to cut harder material? This is the latest generation of surface miner designed for cutting rock, hard rock. Earlier generation of machine which you are running, they have been designed for cutting roads, cutting asphalt, cutting concrete, which have been modified and shifted for the road construction. We are from WorldCon Technologies. We represent TESMAC for these machines. I will rush through the whole thing because we don't have much time. We can cut all the soft material, bauxite, coal, limestone, gold. These are some of the materials. Now, first of all, can you just like it? Yeah. The first thing what we ask all the mine owners or the companies is understand your mine, because coal is available in stratas. You have different layers of coal, OB, and shale. We need to understand the strata.
1 minute left.
Drilling, blasting, it is normal because you have a pattern, you blast as per the pattern, but you cannot do it with the surface miner. Now, looking at the rock technology, there's a force acting on the pick. Pick can either cut the rock if the force is more. It will chip the rock. There will be sand formation if the force is less. But if the formation itself is fractured, it will just rip the surface. Most of the surface miners running in Coal India now are ripping the coal surface, because of which you are not able to get the sizing properly. Now, our machine can cut up to 100 to 120, 140 MPa material. What we need is basically the hardness of the rock, compressive strength of the rock, and we also need to abrasiveness to work out what is the requirement.
Please conclude.
Okay. It may not be possible to do justice to the technical part of it. Anybody having any requirement, my numbers are there, please contact us. I will just run through some slides now. This is how we generate the excess torque to cut harder material. These are the, we have upcutting, downcutting. We can choose the method, whether you use upcutting or downcutting depending on the material. The biggest machine available can cut a depth of up to 760 mm, which is almost double than what you have now in the market. We can size the material to minus 100 or minus 50 mm depending on the requirement, the pattern of picks is changed. Telematics plays a major part in the whole thing. It is available. Now, this is a comparison between drill blast and surface miner operation, where it is a very smooth operation with the surface miner. With the vibro rippers, many MCL is using vibro rippers. It is not a production machine. Surface miner can give a better production. We can cut limestone, we can cut harder material. Some of the advantages, we can discuss it some other time, but definitely it has a bigger advantage. We can have a higher output of coal. We can go up to 2,000 tons output with a single machine.
Please conclude.
Yeah. If we want only machine for the coal, there are machines up to 40, 50 MPa, which can cut only the coal. Now, surface miner overall helps me in giving an environmental friendly rock cutting without drill and blasting. Testmac machine can cut overburden, it can cut coal, it can cut shale. One machine can do all the operation at the site. Current machines are run with Caterpillar engine. In future, you will get a hydraulic drive, electrical drive machine, and the hydrogen cell-powered machines. Easy access to the drum for changing the tools, changing picks, much easier. And I think with this, we can conclude. Thank you.
Thank you. And the next one is Bidal.
Good evening, everyone. I'll just start with a brief introduction about myself and my startup. So Bidal is a startup formed by us IIT Kharagpur mining engineers, and we are also incubated at IIT ISM Dhanbad under the TechSmin, which is a body under ISM Dhanbad and Department of Science and Technology. And since there is limitation of time, I'll start without a brief introduction. Just I'd like to mention that we are already operational in many of the mines in private and public sector, including MCL. And I'll just explain our first solution, which is related to illumination surveying, mapping and planning, which the work has been awarded at Garjan Bahel coal mines. And I'll just explain briefly what we have done in that. But before that, I will explain very briefly how our system works. We have a patented device which is GPS enabled, and it has horizontal and vertical lux sensors. So since there is a need for illumination surveying, every month we have to submit a DGMS report, illumination survey report to DGMS, but the process is currently quite manual, and for that our device can be simply placed on a vehicle, and wherever the device will go, it will just measure and capture all the data points, and you can see that an illumination map will be created like you can see on the screen. and all the color coding is done as per the DGMS standards for illumination in the 2017 circular. And in Mahanadi coalfields, you can see this is the headquarter area of Mahanadi coalfields. And so I will discuss Singha sir, kahan par light kam hai, kahan par zyada hai. And then we have done our work in Garjan Bahal coal mines. So on left you can see after the illumination survey, and blue color coding means that DGMS standard se thoda kam hai illumination, and green means the illumination is as per the standards of DGMS. So now this is a two-part work. The first part of that work has been completed. We have done our first illumination survey, and we have made the illumination map, illumination plan as per our software, and it is a very cost-efficient way of designing the mine illumination and exactly getting the number of light poles that will be needed, the wattage, the distance between poles, and what is projected is that the mine illumination will be like on what is like on the right. We also plan to do the drone surveys for illumination. As you can see, many a times we see inside mines, already many lights are installed, but we see that due to some orientation faults or some minor issues, the longevity of those mines, of those lights, that is reduced. So that can be identified using computer vision models. And on the right, you can see that we do optimize the energy, upfront installation cost and the electricity cost by simulating in real time how the illumination will look like for the mines. Apart from that, we also offer practical solutions for mines in our consulting model, in which we cover the theft of diesel for mobile lights, theft of lights, and then so many other aspects which are specific to different mines, because we see that each and every mine is different in its own way. Now our second solution is video analytics solution, in which we have seen that recently there have been many accidents in Coal India, and mainly those were due to overspeeding, wrong overtaking, wrong lane driving. And we have many systems to see what happened after and how to mitigate the risk after the collision has happened. But we know that collisions or any accidents only happen when there are safety violations. This is a system which can detect all the safety violations before any accident is going to happen. For example, let's take a simple example of overspeeding. We have computer vision based cameras in which if there is any overspeeding.
1 minute left.
Yes. Any overtaking, we can directly detect all those, capture the images with the number plate and send it over email and WhatsApp to the concerned security person, and all those risks can be mitigated. Like this, we have a list of violations that we can cover, including PPE compliance, if a person is speaking on the phone, if a person is smoking a cigarette inside work areas, or it is very close to a machinery. So we have a total list of the possible hazards that we have identified, and we cover all of those with our cameras. A third solution is a smart traffic management system, which is specifically made for mines and industrial complexes, which see that there are so many man-machine and machine-machine interactions, mainly on those junctions. Because if you see a 190-tonner or a 100-tonner dumper, visibility is very hindered.
Please
so this
conclude.
is a yes. So this is a site-based system just made to mitigate that. So yes, due to the limitation of time, and if you have any other questions, you can obviously ask me after the session has concluded. Thank you.
Thank you, Bidal. Then the last one is Garuda UAV. This is the last session. Last startup.
Good evening, everyone. So my name is Ankit Srivastava. I am from Garuda UAV Soft Solution, which is based in Noida. Today we are here to. Today I'm here to discuss the dust suppression and monitoring device. Before we start, let me give you a small glimpse about the Garuda UAV. So we started our journey in 2017 from Noida, and majorly stake acquired by the Dove Kettle, the parent company, the petrochemical company, in 2021. Dove Kettle was established in 1992, and it was like more than 4,000 crore company. It has 9 offices in globally, which is the US, Brazil, China, Singapore, and other. About the Garuda, our head office is in Noida, and we also have in Mumbai, Hyderabad, and West Bengal. If I'm talking about the capabilities of Garuda UAV, our main services area is survey mapping, inspection, project progress monitoring. We are doing a surveillance, and we have also a in-house AI-powered solutions, the platform, the cloud-based platform, which is doing all the visualization of the data of drones. These are the services where as I told you, like we are using the topographical survey, we are doing a mining and planning and designing, we are doing the haul road analytics, we are doing the volumetric estimation, safety and surveillance, and also we have integrated AI-based solutions. These are the deliverables. Now let's talk about some dust monitoring and suppression system. So in a dust, if you're talking about a dust, so multiple coal mining processes contribute to dust generations. Means there is multiple operations like blasting, coal cutting, and transportations, drilling. These are all are responsible for the dust generation. Dust generation is also the impact overall the environment and the communities. So it affects the surroundings of populations, the crops, the vegetations, animals, and water resources. Not only the water resources, it actually also impact the corrosion effects on the machinery, which is getting the higher maintenance cost. If I'm talking about the operation challenges and safeties, so operation challenges is also very much hindering in the production efficiencies, and it's also reduced the visibility, which can be a cause of health risk for the workers as well. And due to dust, we already seen in the last couple of the second round of session, the PPTs, the worker can be have multiple disease like the tuberculosis, asthma, and so on. Now, there is some this is what we are discussing, right? The problems of the dust suppression. Now, let's talk about some solutions on it. So we are just developing a device which is called dust suppression in open mining, which is called automatic dust suppression system. So this automatic dust suppression system have the two steps. The first step, what we are doing is we have a drone. So what we are doing is we are flying a drone. We have a payload sensor which detect the PM10, PM2.5, PM100, PM1, these kind of particles, and we are put it into our drone as a payload, and we are flying the drone on your mine area. After that, we cover each and every corner of our mines, right? And through this particular the sensor, the payload, we getting the hotspot area. I mean, at where area I'm getting the too much dust, right? And after that, we have a solutions like which is the stationary device, the dust monitoring device, which have the same kind of sensors and which also give you the SOx, NOx, and the methane gases as well. So this is stationary devices. After the detection of the hotspot in a mining area, we put it this stationary device on the particular zone or particular area, and it will automatically connected with the fog cannon and the mist cannon sensors, right? So whenever let's suppose you set up a threshold, some threshold. For example, let's say if PM2.5 will be the value will be this, it automatically start your mist cannon and water cannon, and based on that.
1 minute left.
So based on that, it will automatically start and also give you the same time. It will give you the same data on your cloud-based system as well. So this automatic dust monitoring is the whole ecosystem where it will automatically connect with the cannon, the mist cannon, and the water cannon devices. All also give you the cloud-based system to give you all the insights of data. So it have advanced dust detection. It was also AI and IoT integration. It was integrated with the LoRa and GPS system. It was precise, which captured both the quantity and the size of dust particle, and actually the adaptive sprinkling rate as well. So this is how it's communicated. We have a laser scattering based sensor in this device, which gives you the size and actually the type of the dust, right? The 2.5 and 10 and 1 and 100. And it is communicate with the sensors, the dust suppression device through the protocol. Yeah, protocol with the MQTT and API. This is our dashboard. So this is the conclusion. Our automatic dust monitoring suppression system significant advancement in a mining operation by detecting the various dust particle sizes for like PM1, 2.5, 10, and so on. We are also integrating the IoT and AI technologies, and it also minimizes the health risk and reduce the environmental impact. This is the last one. Right now we are talking about the operation, but environmental monitoring, but we also want to see the operation automation, health and safety, and web-based GIS platforms. Thank you.
Thank you.
So it's time to summarize the session. Before I summarize, let me apologize to the panelists, co-panelists, that indeed 5 minutes is too short a time, but the audience will agree with me. This was one of the most informative sessions, and we all learned what is actually happening, what progress we have made over the particularly last decade. The session started with Propel. They displayed their products, particularly the track-mounted screens, the mechanical road paver. We have seen in this stall the EV trucks. Probably the largest one right now is 33 cubic meter. I think in times to come, the size will increase, and we'll see them in almost all the mines, not only in MCL, elsewhere as well. The second presentation was by UCTL, who presented on AI/ML-based real-time HEMM health and performance monitoring. What they do is monitor the performance, HEMM performance, and send the data to the cloud, so it can be monitored from a control room. And essentially what happens in normal circumstances is when a machine breaks down, it has to be taken to the workshop. The mechanics have to come to the site. But here probably that is not required. Before it breaks down, the performance indicators will tell that there is a problem, so it could be attended in advance. And as he rightly summarized, that AI/ML is going to be the driver of the change, and I completely agree with him. The third one was by Gotisil, who presented on AI/ML-based safety and security solutions. They have the automated systems to check whether a person is following the safety norms or not. Initially in the inauguration session, it was pointed out that over the last few years, our accidents, typically in the coal mines, are increasing, and there were concerns as to how we are going to reduce. And I understand that application of these IoT technologies probably is going to bring in a change, and in the next decade, we may see a gradual decrease in the number of accidents and fatalities. My suggestion to them will be, can we identify the habitual offenders and track them and maybe send them for counseling? The next presentation was by TESMAC. They presented the surface miners for hard rock conditions, such as sandstones. And as we are striving to move forward more and more into blast-free mining rather than comprehensive drill and blasting, so more surface miners are going to come into play. To my knowledge, the first time surface miner came to our country, it was for limestone in Ambuja cement. But then what happened, it became popular in coal mining, coal being softer rather than other type of rocks. Now with these products coming into the market for hard rock mining, probably we are going to find a solution to avoid drilling and blasting. But then there are still some concerns, probably they are managing that, particularly the concerns about the dust. Next one was by Baidal, who presented on digitization and automation, and they are working, in fact I heard them sometimes a few months back. They were working that time on illumination survey, and I think they have made quite a bit of progress. And as I understand, they have customized solutions depending upon the problem a mine have. And yes, I also have a time limit. The last one was Garuda UAV. They have the AI-powered solutions with IoT integration. They have the optimization of dust suppression systems. I think all in all, these implementation of these systems is going to improve our environment and safety, and also machine performance and production in the mines in the days to come. Thank you.
धन्यवाद सर। मैं चाहूँगा कि आप सभी इस ज्ञानवर्धक स्टार्टअप इनोवेटर्स एग्जिबिटर्स के सफलतम सत्र के लिए इस सत्र के अध्यक्ष प्रोफेसर एच बी साहू, डीन NIT रौरकेला, रिपोर्टियर PK मोहंती, सीनियर मैनेजर माइनिंग, वह सभी प्रेजेंटर्स के लिए जोरदार करताल ध्वनि से उनका धन्यवाद ज्ञापित करें। हमने देखा है कि हमारे स्टार्टअप, नव प्रवर्तकों व एग्जिबिटर्स ने कई नए दृष्टिकोण व अभूतपूर्व विचार लाए हैं। यह मेरे विश्वास है कि ये सभी हमारे उद्योग व शिक्षा जगत के साथ सहयोग कर एक ऐसा आधार बनाएंगे जो एक स्थायी और प्रगतिशील खनन क्षेत्र का निर्माण करेंगे। आप सभी का धन्यवाद सर। अब मैं NIT राउरकेला के डीन व इस संपन्न हुए सत्र के अध्यक्ष प्रोफेसर HB साहू साहब से आग्रह करूंगा कि वे इस सत्र के रिपोर्टियर व अन्य प्रेजेंटर्स को स्मृति चिन्ह प्रदान करें। इस क्रम में सर आपसे सर्वप्रथम आग्रह है कि आप इस सत्र के रिपोर्टियर आदरणीय श्री PK मोहंती साहब, सीनियर मैनेजर माइनिंग का स्मृति चिन्ह देकर उनको स्मृति चिन्ह प्रदान करें। आपसे आग्रह है सर कि अब आप प्रोपेल इंडस्ट्रीज प्राइवेट लिमिटेड के जो प्रेजेंटर थे नितिन जे, उन्हें स्मृति चिन्ह प्रदान करें। तत्पश्चात सर आपसे आग्रह है कि आप UCTL प्राइवेट लिमिटेड के श्री रुचित BK सूर्याती साहब को उनके प्रेजेंटेशन के लिए स्मृति चिन्ह प्रदान करें। उसके पश्चात अब आपसे आग्रह है कि आप गुरुदेव सॉफ्ट सॉल्यूशंस प्राइवेट लिमिटेड के श्री अंकित श्रीवास्तव जी को स्मृति चिन्ह प्रदान करके उनका सम्मान करें। तदुपरांत आपसे आग्रह है कि आप गतिशील टेक्नोलॉजीज के श्री प्रणब ज्योति बर्मन जी का स्मृति चिन्ह देकर सम्मान करें। तत्पश्चात आपसे आग्रह है कि आप बिदाल टेक्नोलॉजी प्राइवेट लिमिटेड के श्री कलश निब्जिया का स्मृति चिन्ह देकर उनका सम्मान करें। तत्पश्चात मैं आग्रह करूंगा आपसे सर कि आप टेस्मेक के श्री आशुतोष धर जी का स्मृति चिन्ह देकर उनका धन्यवाद ज्ञापित करें। धन्यवाद सर। अब मैं पूरे सम्मान के साथ आमंत्रित करूंगा हमारे बीच उपस्थित निर्देशक वित्त आदरणीय AK बेहुरा साहब को कि वे आएँ और इस सत्र के अध्यक्ष NIT राउरकेला के डीन आदरणीय HB साहू साहब को एक स्मृति चिन्ह टोकन ऑफ लव एंड अप्रिसिएशन उनको प्रदान करें। धन्यवाद सर। इसी के साथ हम ये टेक्निकल सेशन थर्ड हमारा ये कंप्लीट होता है। आप लोगों का सर बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। आपसे आग्रह करूंगा कि आप लोग एक ग्रुप फोटो के लिए सामने खड़े। अब मेरा आग्रह है, आप समस्त मेरे डेलीगेट्स और प्रतिनिधि जो बाहर हैं, आप सभी से आग्रह है कि आप जल्द से जल्द इस सभागार में अंदर आने का कष्ट करेंगे, क्योंकि हमारे अतिथिगण यहाँ पहुँचने वाले हैं और हम तुरंत ही इस सम्मेलन का समापन सत्र प्रारंभ करेंगे। मेरा एक बार थैंक यू सर। मेरा आग्रह है जितने भी हमारे सर, एक अभी जो हमारे प्रेजेंटर्स आए थे सर, किसी का मोमेंटो यहाँ रह गया है, देखिएगा। एक सूचना जो मैं आपको पहले बता चुका हूं कि कल हम लोग के द्वारा लखनपुर वॉशरी का विजिट प्लान किया गया है, जिसमें हम यहाँ से एक बस रवाना होगी। तो जो भी इंटरेस्टेड हैं, हमारे डेलीगेट्स में से जो लोग यहाँ पधारे हैं या फिर हमारे एग्जिबिटर्स हैं, आप में से कोई भी अगर लखनपुर के वॉशरी को विजिट करना चाहता है तो कृपया अपना नाम हमारे टेक्निकल टीम के पास या फिर मनोहर जी के पास अपना नाम दर्ज करा सकते हैं। बस कल सुबह 9 बजे इसी वेन्यू से रवाना होगी। आज के समापन सत्र के उपरांत मैं आप सभी को बता दूं, जैसे कि सभी को मालूम है, रात में 7:30 बजे म्यूजिकल नाइट का भी आयोजन है, जिसमें बॉलीवुड सिंगर शबाब सबरी जी का म्यूजिकल प्रोग्राम हम सभी देखेंगे और उसके उपरांत डिनर का भी आयोजन रजनीगंधा लॉन में है। हमारा फाइनल सत्र वैलिडिक्टरी सेशन थोड़ी देर में प्रारंभ होने को है। हमारे समस्त गणमान्य अतिथिगण थोड़ी देर में हमारे बीच इस सभागार में उपस्थित होंगे। तो मेरा आग्रह है जितने भी हमारे डेलीगेट्स या सदस्य इस सभागार के बाहर में हैं उनसे मैं आग्रह करूंगा, निवेदन करूंगा, रिक्वेस्ट करूंगा कि कृपया आप हमारे अतिथिगणों के आने के पूर्व अपना स्थान इस सभागार में रिजर्व कर लें। जैसा कि हमने देखा कि भारतीय खनन क्षेत्र को पुनः परिभाषित करने हेतु ये जो आयोजन यहाँ पे सम्मेलन सह प्रदर्शनी का हुआ था, अपने आप में काफ़ी ज्ञानवर्धक और ज्ञान अर्जक रहा है। इस सम्मेलन के दौरान हुए सार्थक चर्चाओं व बातचीत के बाद जो बातें व निष्कर्ष निकल कर आए हैं उनसे कोयला क्षेत्र में निश्चित तौर में सकारात्मक बदलाव आएगा। खनन पेशेवर, नीति निर्माताओं, शिक्षाविदों, उपकरण निर्माताओं, शोधकर्ताओं आदि के भागीदारी के साथ यह सम्मेलन सह प्रदर्शनी निश्चित रूप में दिलचस्प रही है और खनन उद्योग को नई ऊंचाइयों पर लाने में आवश्यक ही मददगार होगी।
Surely, sir. This conference has redefined mining industry of the country as it has highlighted various issues of safety and productivity. Ladies and gentlemen, once again we have our dignitaries in the hall. Please welcome them again with a huge round of applause. Thank you all. Please be seated. This MGMI has enabled a platform for meaningful discussions, insightful deliberations, and valuable interactions and we know that mine safety, environmental impact, sustainable mining practices, optimum resource utilization, and the efficient application of the latest technology are integral to this sector. And a focus on these issues can pave the way for sustainable growth. Today, we have productively discussed innovative ideas and best practices that can be harnessed for the strategic growth and advancement of Indian economy. And I would like to remind you all that a cocktail party with musical night has been arranged for you all at Rajnigandha lawns of the MCL, which is in this campus only, which shall be begin by 7:30 p.m. Spouses are cordially invited and everyone is requested to please join us over there. A special mention for a special performance tonight for all of you. We have a renowned Bollywood playback singer, Mr. Shabab Shabri, who will present a majestic performance for all of you. So I am sure you all will enjoy it. So do join us over there with your spouses and family in the party and enjoy the musical night. कहते हैं परिंदों को मंजिल मिलेगी यकीनन, ये फैले हुए उनके पंख बोलते हैं, वो लोग रहते हैं खामोश अक्सर ज़माने में जिनके हुनर बोलते हैं। लेडीज़ एंड जेंटलमैन, चलिए अपने कार्यक्रमों को आगे बढ़ाते हैं और वैलिडेक्टरी सेशन के लिए मैं आदर सहित आमंत्रित करना चाहूँगी सम्मानीय डॉक्टर PS मिश्रा सर CMD SECL, रिस्पेक्टेड श्री OP सिंह सर CMD MCL, डॉक्टर B वीरा रेड्डी सर DTCIL, श्री मुकेश चौधरी सर डायरेक्टर मार्केटिंग CIL, प्रोफेसर श्री AK मिश्रा सर डायरेक्टर CSIR सिम्फर जी को कि वे स्टेज पर आएँ और अपना स्थान ग्रहण करें। मैं आग्रह करती हूँ श्री AK पांडे सर से कि वे कृपया सम्मानपूर्वक हमारे गणमान्यों को स्टेज पर लाने की कृपा करें। साथ ही मैं अनुरोध करती हूँ साथ ही मैं अनुरोध करती हूँ श्री A.K. बेहुरा सर, DF MCL, श्री अजय कुमार सर, DT PND CMPDI, श्री A.S. बापट सर, DT PNP MCL, श्री SP सिंह सर, DT PNP NCL से कि वे भी कृपया स्टेज पर आकर अपने स्थान ग्रहण करें। मैं आग्रह करती हूँ श्री A.K. पांडे सर से कि वे कृपया सम्मानपूर्वक हमारे गणमान्यों को स्टेज पर लाने की कृपा करें। सम्मान सहित स्वागत है हमारे गणमान्यों का स्टेज पर। Ladies and gentlemen, now we are moving towards our valedictory session. So at this juncture, I would like to invite guest of honor, Professor Arvind Kumar Mishra sir, Director CSIR SIMFR, to kindly come over the podium and share few words on this conference. Sir, please. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome him with a huge round of applause.
Thank you very much. A pleasant good evening to everyone. Honorable Shri O.P. Singh ji, CMD, MCL, Dr. P.S. Mishra ji, CMD, SECL, Dr. B. Veera Reddy Sahab, Director Technical CL Headquarter, Shri Chaudhary ji, Director Marketing CIL Headquarter, other dignitaries on the dais, other dignitaries of the dais, respected delegates, students, scholars, people from press and media, very warm good evening. It's a wonderful experience for me. We can see, the lamp which we ignited this early morning still going on, and I can see the brightness in the eyes and face of the audience, with which we can definitely make sure that all of you have enjoyed. I personally really enjoyed and got enlightened to be here in the function here on sustainability of mining and redefining the mining industry. And this is the time when we need to really look back what we have done so far. The road ahead is really challenging, reason being there are various challenges being posed in by the industry, by the society, and external factors being called in, various agencies and climate change. These are the challenges which have been imposed on us, and I'm pretty sure the deliberations which had been delivered today will be very fruitful for us to redefining our roadmap, doing the mid-course correction for the roadmap, and deciding on the topics on which we need to really work hard. We need to devote our time in terms of resources, in terms of defining the objectives, or in terms of identifying the areas for improvement, and we'll be working towards that so that the mining industry so far what it has contributed to the country will further be contributing, and will come up with the flying colors, the threat what we have that we are making in or we are adversely impacting the environment and ecosystem. We will be providing in the right, we'll be taking up the right choices, and we'll be continuing, we'll be contributing more than what we have done without really disturbing the ecosystem. And I'm sure that the learnings, the deliberations has provided a spark in our thought process that these are the areas on which we need to focus so far as our R&D is concerned, our innovation is concerned, and the corrections which are required in the industry. So with these words, I am really sincerely thankful to the organizers, and in particular to Sri O.P. Singh Sahab and his team for inviting me here and providing me this opportunity to share my thoughts with you. Thank you very much. And before concluding, I wish everyone, some of you might be going back today and some might be going tomorrow. So very safe, comfortable, happy journey back to your home, back to your workplace. Thank you very much.
प्रोफेसर अरविंद कुमार मिश्रा सर, आपके उस उद्बोधन के लिए धन्यवाद। आज के प्रारंभिक सत्र के आपके कीनोट एड्रेस और अभी इस समापन सत्र के संबोधन ने आज के इस सम्मेलन के विषय का उपयुक्त निर्धारण तो किया ही है, साथ ही साथ आपने बताया कि आज की गतिशील और तेज़ी से विकसित हो रही दुनिया में चुनौतियों से निपटने और आगे आने वाले अवसरों का लाभ उठाने के लिए कोलैबोरेशन अथवा सहयोग अत्यंत महत्वपूर्ण है। धन्यवाद सर। अब मैं ससम्मान आमंत्रित करूंगा मंचासीन हमारे आज के इस सम्मेलन के विशिष्ट अतिथि, हमारे कोल इंडिया के निर्देशक विपणन आदरणीय मुकेश चौधरी साहब को, कि वे आएँ और अपने उद्बोधन से हम सभी को लाभान्वित व अनुग्रहित करें। आदरणीय मुकेश चौधरी साहब।
Respected Shri Dr. P.S. Mishra, Shri O.P. Singh Sahab, Dr. Veera Reddy Sahab, Professor Mishra from SIMFR, all senior officers on the dais, and my dear colleagues. It has been a wonderful experience for me to have attended this first MGI meeting after I have joined Coal India Limited. And as I have been told that the technical session has been full of events where technical ideas have been presented by people, deliberated by the participants, and the thought process or the exchange of ideas have taken place. Any type of a seminar or a conference where we have got the brightest mind in the industry, and if these minds they come together, then the result is not a arithmetical addition. It is always an exponential addition of the knowledge base which each of the participating candidate has brought with him. And just to emphasize my point, if in case we enter into a barter type of an exchange, so I have got two goods with me, you have got two goods with you, maybe we may exchange, and at the end of the exchange, both of us, we are again having the two set of goods with us. But when a seminar like MGMI takes place, then if you have come up with two ideas, I have come up with two ideas, both of us, we go back with four ideas. So this is the power of the multiplying effect of the platforms which MGMI provides, and I'm glad to know that many such ideas have been deliberated. The mining industry, probably one of the oldest industries known to humankind, maybe besides farming, is an industry which has been evolving right from or even before the Bronze Age civilization set in, and it changed the course of mankind. From that time onwards, mining has been changing our lives, have been guiding our lives, and has been the main pillar on which our development has taken place. In this series only, this type of organizations or the seminars where we get together and exchange ideas is an ideal platform where we are able to share ideas and get to know what is happening at other levels or what is happening with our competitors, with our collaborators, and what is the direction in which our industry is moving, the challenges which are being faced by the industry. So I'd like to congratulate the organizers for conducting this successful event, and I'd like to thank the organizers for giving me an opportunity of coming here and speaking to you. Thank you once again.
Thank you so much, Words. Now may I request our guest of honor, Dr. B. Veera Reddy, sir, Director Technical, CIL, and President MGMI, to address the August gathering. Please, sir.
Yeah, good evening all. Sri O.P. Singh sir, CMD Mahanadi Coalfields, Dr. P.S. Mishra, CMD SCCL,
Shri Mukesh Chaudhary Sahab, Director Marketing, Coal India. Shri Mukesh Chaudhary Sahab, Director Marketing, Coal India. Dr. Mishra, Director, Simfer. S.K. Singh Sahab, Director, Technical, MCL. Bevra Sahab, Ajay Kumar Sahab, Director, CMPDL. Bapat Sahab, Director, Technical, MCL. Dr. A.K. Singh Sahab, Editor, MGMI. And all participants, good evening. This morning we have seen exhibition also, and have gone through the papers presented. Actually, really it is very interesting that in exhibition all IT applications that they are the tools we have to use, and we already started using them, that battery operated vehicles, and also that using AI, ML in every application, drone technology, and even monitoring of HEMM, every parameter. So even cyber security, all that. And if you look at the papers presented, the net zero, coal bed methane, clean coal technologies, and how to mitigate all the problems associated with acid drainage, all that. So it is towards sustainable mining and sustainable practices. As a national coal miner, we have a bigger responsibility that to practice sustainable things and make it more green. And in every aspect, we should be more responsible, because everybody is saying negatively, or they are saying that coal is the main problem, though we are dependent, and in future also we have to use the coal for a few more decades. But there is a lot of scope for making it green, more green. Like morning also we discussed, I don't want to repeat the same thing, but everyone, particularly we are doing mining, and we are, whether you like it or not, we are causing some damage to the system, society and all. So we need to make up that one. We have to cause little disturbance to the ecosystem. That is possible, to the possible extent. And rest of the things, as a scientific institutes, academic institutes, industry, they have to together work for how to make it indigenously available coal more sustainable, and so that it will not contaminate the environment, and it can provide more livelihood to the society. And you know that now 3.5 lakh people are directly employed in coal industry, and China, they say that about 12 lakh people. Here, almost all 3.5 to 4 lakh people directly employed, 4 times indirectly employed. So that way, millions of people are dependent on coal industry. So again, in just transition with a lot of cost and lakhs of crores of rupees, the just transition plans are coming in, a lot of proposals are coming in. We have to start discussing on that, and things are going on. Probably another 2-3 decades, we may have to transition if renewable energy is found sustainable, or battery storage is established, and other technological challenges, whatever are there, if they are addressed and all, we have to go for cleaner technologies. But it is also possible to make it more greener, more cleaner with coal mining, not only mining, and also while using it also. So that way, to propagate that message, we need to conduct number of workshops and conferences on these theme subjects of net zero, sustainable practices, and everywhere how it can be made more environmental friendly, people friendly. And so that way MCL is doing its part, and last year also they have done, this year they are doing, and they will continue to do, and taking that inspiration from MCL. And probably in the morning also, chairman commented that in some of the subsidiaries are, they also have to take up this kind of conferences and organize. So definitely CCL will do, and CMD, SCCL also.
he is going to organize, and BCCL, ECL also probably they will organize. And it is required for the industry, it is required for the nation. Probably we will organize few more, and definitely after this conference, very good recommendations might have come. They will be circulated to industry probably. And I wish all the best, and I thank OP Singh Saab personally for inviting me and spending one day time with you all, and thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for your valuable remarks. Now I would request Dr. P.S. Mishra, sir, CMD SECL, to kindly come over the podium and conclude this conference. Thank you, sir.
आप सभी को पुनः प्रणाम. A very good evening to one and all. Respected Sri O.P. Singh Saab, CMD Mahanadi Coalfields Limited and President of this Odisha branch. Respected Dr. B. Veera Reddy, President MGMI, DTCL and CMD CCL. Respected Sri Mukesh Chaudhary, Director Marketing Coal India Limited. Respected Dr. A.K. Mishra from SIMFO, respected Sri Ajay Kumar, Sri Akshay Bapat, Sri S.P. Singh and Sri Behura, respected team members of Mahanadi Coalfields Limited, respected organizers who have conducted this program, the learned wisdom under the roof, respected ladies, the gentlemen, and my all dear friends. Once again, from the core of my heart, I want to extend very sincere thanks to Sri O.P. Singh Saab, CMD MCL, that I got an opportunity to visit this place after a span of around 36 years of my service to this coal sector. Had he not invited, or had he not agreed to my request for coming over here, probably I would have missed this opportunity to meet so many people, so many brilliant ideas, and so many things to learn from here. The way by taking his personal interest, he has made this program so successful. For last 24 hours, I'm watching each and every act being done by him, and with a lot of humility and humbleness with his team members, with organizers, and with the guests who are here. He had single-handedly carried this program, and he had won the heart of so many people over here. So thank you, Singh Saab. Thank you so much for this kind gesture. And thank you, Team MCL. Actually, the best ends can be achieved only by the best means. You cannot become the best unless until you have got the potential, the talent, the caliber, the competence, the coherence, the capabilities and the capacities to become the best. And if you are the best, you deserve it. I was watching the body language of the people over here, like all the area GMs, the team members of MCL. It's so excellent that I want to congratulate you all people, for bringing this company to such good heights. And I pray Almighty that day by day you rise to the extreme of the excellence in your future endeavors. When we started this day today, Dr. A.K. Mishra, he is a learned man, and I have got opportunity to work with him when I was working as general manager in Bharat Coking Coal Limited. That time I was the general secretary ISMA, and few of the Indian mineral congresses we conducted together. The collaboration word, if that is to be redefined, somebody can learn from him. He collaborates the thing, and some people do some sort of smart collaboration, but he always believe in smarter collaboration. And the way he presented, the present energy needs and where that clean energy has to come from, or what that, if we are talking about something net zero, then what it is in its essence and its spirit. So thank you so much, Dr. Mishra, for giving such a great insight. मुकेश चौधरी साहब की जब बात आती है तो उनके साथ पता नहीं क्यों हमारा एक सिम्बायोटिक रिलेशनशिप है. वो होता है ना कि जब आप फुटबॉल टीम देखिएगा कि जो जब मैच ख़त्म होता है तो दोनों टीमों के खेमे अगल बगल में होते हैं। सर्टेनली एक टीम जीतती है और एक टीम हारती है। जो टीम हारती है उसका हर एक मेंबर दूसरे को बोलता है कि अरे मैं तुमको पास दिया था, तुम गोल नहीं मारा। वो बोलता है तुम पास दिया था लेकिन तुम गलत साइड में पास दे दिया था। लेकिन वहीं पर जो जीती हुई जो टीम रहती है, जो टीम विन करती है, उसका हर एक मेंबर बोलता है क्या तुम बढ़िया पास दिया था। तो बोलता है हम पास तो थोड़ा सा गड़बड़ दिए थे लेकिन तुम गोल बहुत बढ़िया मारा। लाइक यू नो व्हेन एवरीबडी प्रेजेज ईच एंड अदर, so I have got some sort of symbiotic relationship, so might be that I may get some bias, you know, because हम कभी बहुत खराब करते हैं and I know that no, I have not done well, then also he appreciates me and he appreciates me so openly that I know I get humbled from within. So now coming to his analytical capabilities and his acumen about the energy and the coal. And if that coal has to be transformed or converted into energy, then what has to be that supply chain mechanism, what that has to be that logistics, and how the things are to be done in a the best possible manner. Anybody can learn from him. He is a great stalwart, so a big round of applause for him. And you know the way he delivered so lucidly regarding the energy needs and how the basket that has to be there. So. Thank you so much. Dr. B. Veera Reddy, I had opportunity to work with him very closely for around 2 years. And if we call somebody that somebody is man of vision, someone has got, can be termed as a man of dreams. If a term has to be defined that a man of technology, so he is synonym to that. He is basically the man of technology who believes in that how the technology has to be penetrated, either it is the system, inside, outside, intrinsic or extrinsic, and you can talk at length on any issue related with technology. And when he talks either about the open cast or about the underground or regarding the genesis of mining to the end use of the fossil fuel, he is brilliant. And today also the way particularly he was telling about the coal sector and the real needs and the reforms being undertaken are to be undertaken. So thank you so much for giving such great input and insight to this one. जब CMD MCL बोल रहे थे तो उस समय थोड़ा सा समय ज़्यादा हो गया था क्योंकि हम थोड़ा सा समय ज़्यादा खा गए थे. But then also, he summarized the things in so beautiful manner. बाकी जो लोग मंच पे बैठे हैं शायद उनको उस समय जो inaugural session था उसमें बोलने का मौका नहीं मिला. But in between, since we have come here, so a lot of panel discussions were going amongst ourselves. Either it was the guest house or somewhere we are sitting. So thank you everybody, for taking part. And everybody's aim converging was only one point, that how to make the Indian mining and the mineral sector the best one, or how it can be termed as the best mining sector globally. When I went to the exhibition, there also the exhibition was displayed in a beautiful manner, and I was so happy to see some young entrepreneurs over there and their enterprising skills which are being exhibited either through their communication skills or through the presentations what they have made, or the way they wanted to showcase their either the industry or their sector or their thought or their vision, and how really that information technology or the digital technology, that digitalization can be dovetailed with the operational technology for the betterment and for the excellence of the coal sector, the mining sector. So again, hats off to all those young entrepreneurs who were there, and to their organizations, to their industries, and to their efforts that they had brought the things, and they were highly confident for that, the job what they were doing. When we came here, then Awad Pandey gave certain papers, what has been happened in first session and second session. So An overview of the sessions, what that manifests, like, a lot of things have been discussed regarding the technology and the technological penetration or the innovation. Friends, technology starts from T. And in isolation or in silo, the technology cannot be successful unless until some more T support that technology. And the supporting domains or the elements have to be, again, started with the T, so that, again, that symbiotic relationship or that coherent relationship could be established. To my mind, it comes that technology cannot be successful unless until it is supported by team and trust. Unless until you have got a team who had got vision to penetrate that technology, to adopt that technology, and to make that technology successful at the ground root level. So technology always has to be like supported or combined or integrated with a very well-knit team. I think MCL has, other companies also have, but some more well-knit team is needed, that if some vision is there regarding the penetration or the introduction of some new technology, so many minds come together, conceive together, appreciate together, that yes, we all have got a better understanding about that technology, that has to be done. And the third T in my mind is the trust. If we have got trust in our technology, if you have got trust in our team, and if you have got trust in like whatever endeavors we have, so then only that technology will be successful. I think some discussions have been made, or the papers which have been presented, they say like the paraphernalia or the supra system related with the technological penetration also. So I thank you all the people who have written the papers or who have taken part in the discussions. And at the cost of repetition, again I'll say that thank you Team MCL for making this program such a grand success and inviting us and giving so much of honor and love over here. Thank you so much. Thank you everybody. Thank you so much.
धन्यवाद सर। निश्चित तौर पर हमारा कोयला क्षेत्र जो देश की ऊर्जा सुरक्षा और आर्थिक विकास में महत्वपूर्ण भूमिका निभाता है, ऐसी उद्योग संस्थान व नव प्रवर्तकों के साझेदारियों से अत्यधिक लाभान्वित होगा। सर, आपके उद्बोधन से हम सब में ऐसी भावना उत्पन्न कर दी है, आपने हमारे तारीफ करके हमारे मन में ऐसी भावना उत्पन्न कर दी है कि हमारे कार्य में दक्षता को बढ़ावा देने के लिए ज्ञान, अभ्यास और खुद को कार्य संस्कृति में परिवर्तित करने में आपका ये जो आपका एप्रिसिएशन है वो मशाल वाहक साबित होगी। आपका बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद सर। सम्मेलन की इस अगली कड़ी में अब हम हमारे एग्जिबिटर्स जिन्होंने आज प्रदर्शनी में अपने मॉडल्स को प्रदर्शित किया और हमारे इस सम्मेलन व प्रदर्शनी के विषय को चरितार्थ किया, उनमें से सर्वश्रेष्ठ 3 स्टॉल्स को हम पुरस्कृत कर रहे हैं। मैं आपको बता दूं कि आज के इस प्रदर्शनी में कुल 16 कंपनियों व संस्थाओं ने विभिन्न विषयों पर अपने मॉडल्स व इनोवेशन को अपने स्टॉल्स में प्रदर्शित किया। हमारे निर्णायक कमेटी के द्वारा जिन 3 सर्वश्रेष्ठ एग्जिबिटर्स को उनके मॉडल्स के लिए चुना गया है, उन्हें हम इस मंच के द्वारा सम्मानित कर रहे हैं। मैं ऐसा सम्मान आमंत्रित करूंगा सबसे पहले निर्देशक विपणन कोल इंडिया लिमिटेड आदरणीय मुकेश चौधरी साहब को कि वे आएँ और हमारे तृतीय पुरस्कार के विजेता एग्जिबिटर्स को अपने कर कमलों से पुरस्कृत करें। आदरणीय मुकेश चौधरी साहब। और एग्जीबिशंस में एग्जिबिटर्स का 3rd प्राइज जाता है के एसोसिएट्स फॉर द बैटरी मोटराइज्ड लाइटिंग टावर, और उन्होंने ड्रम कटर को प्रदर्शित किया था। के एसोसिएट्स। जिसने भी उस स्टॉल में देखा होगा काफ़ी सराहा है कि बैटरी ऑपरेटेड, बहुत इजीली बैटरी चेंज हो जाता है, बैटरी से ऑपरेट हो जाता है, बैटरी से इजीली मास्ट अप हो जाता है। जोरदार तालियां के एसोसिएट्स के लिए। धन्यवाद सर। अब मैं ससम्मान आमंत्रित करूंगा कोल इंडिया के निर्देशक तकनीकी व CCL के CMD आदरणीय डॉक्टर बी वीरा रेड्डी सर को कि वे आएँ और हमारे द्वितीय पुरस्कार के विजेता एग्जिबिटर को अपने कर कमलों से पुरस्कृत करने का कष्ट करें। डॉक्टर बी वीरा रेड्डी सर। 2nd प्राइज फॉर द एग्जिबिटर गोज टू Propel Industries for the electric truck. Propel Industries for electric truck. धन्यवाद सर। अब मैं पूरे सम्मान के साथ आमंत्रित करूंगा SECL के अध्यक्ष सह प्रबंध निर्देशक आदरणीय डॉक्टर प्रेम सागर मिश्रा सर को कि वे आएँ और हमारे प्रथम पुरस्कार के विजेता एग्जीबिटर को अपने कर कमलों से पुरस्कृत करने का कष्ट करें। प्रथम एग्जीबिटर्स का प्रथम पुरस्कार जाता है UCTL फॉर द रियल टाइम HEMA मॉनिटरिंग। UCTL फॉर द रियल टाइम HEMA मॉनिटरिंग। जोरदार तालियां प्लीज। धन्यवाद सर। आप सभी मेरी इस बात से सहमत होंगे कि आज का ये सम्मेलन अपने आप में काफ़ी ज्ञानवर्धक व लाभदायक रहा है। इस सम्मेलन की सफलता का पूरा श्रेय MGMI उड़ीसा शाखा के चेयरमैन और हमारे MCL परिवार के मुखिया, हमारे प्रेरणा स्रोत, हमारे टीम लीडर, हमारे CMD साहब आदरणीय OP सिंह साहब को जाता है, जिनके नेतृत्व में यह आयोजन संभव हो पाया है। खनन क्षेत्र में सर के दशकों के कंट्रीब्यूशंस और उनके योगदान के लिए MGMI उड़ीसा ब्रांच उन्हें आज इस मंच के द्वारा सम्मानित करने जा रहा है। अब तक के उनके सेवाओं और योगदान को आप सभी के समक्ष रखने के लिए मैं आमंत्रित कर रहा हूं श्रीमती सुष्मिता सहाय को, जो सर की सेवाओं के बारे में, सर के प्रोफाइल के बारे में और सर के कंट्रीब्यूशंस के बारे में अपनी बातें रखेंगी।
Thank you, sir. I feel proud and honored to read a brief introduction of our Chief of MCL, Shri OP Singh Sir, CMD MCL, and highlighting some of the major milestones and awards that MCL has achieved in his illustrious tenure. Shri OP Singh Sir has taken over the charge of Chairman cum Managing Director MCL, a leading subsidiary of Coal India Limited, on 1st January 2022. Before joining as CMD MCL, he has worked as Director Technical PNP and Director Technical Operations in MCL. Sir is also the Chairman of Mahanadi Coal Railway Limited, MCRL, a subsidiary of MCL. During his dynamic leadership, MCL has achieved highest ever coal production, OB removal, coal dispatch, and capex since inception in the financial year 21-22, 22-23, and surely will continue same in the year 23-24. He holds a Bachelor of Engineering Mining degree from Ravi Shankar University, Raipur, and is a holder of First Class Mine Manager Certificate of Competency under the Mines Act from DGMS Dhanbad. Sir has also acquired Master degree in Business Administration, Marketing Management, and Postgraduate Diploma in Computer Applications and Financial Management. Sir comes with a rich work experience spanning over more than 39 years in the fields of mine planning, operations, management of underground, as well as open cast coal mines. After joining Coal India Limited in August 1984, Sir has rose rapidly and has handled various senior positions like General Manager of different areas at SECL and heading different departments at Corporate Office, Environment like Environment, Production and Planning at SECL and CMPDI. It is worth mentioning that Sir has achieved the overall highest score in the managerial competency mapping conducted by SECL for E8 executives of all disciplines in the year 2012. From the time Sir has assumed charge of CMD MCL, countless major transformational actions have been taken in MCL. Few worth mentioning are finalization of MDO contracts of CRMAL, Subhadra, Balbhadra, and also the contract has been finalized for operation of abandoned Talcher underground mine and Orient mine number 3 on revenue sharing basis. Major infrastructure projects like commissioning of Jharsuguda-Barpali Sardega rail link, coal corridor at Talcher area, CHP silo at Bhubaneswari, RLS siding at Lajpura, CHP silo at Hingula, RL siding at Sardega, and CHP silo at Ananta have been finalized and are at different stages of completion. At the front of introduction of new technology to transform business of MCL, e-procurement with reverse auction, ERP, procurement of goods and services through the GEM portal have been implemented. Also, Sir's farsightedness is reflected in leading critical business diversifying projects like solar projects, supply of electricity at Sundargarh through MBPL, and plan of setting up of ammonium nitrate plant in Lakhanpur area. Indeed, it is hard to find a match for Sir's vision and ever-pleasing personality. Apart from believing in motto of employee first, Sir has enthusiastically taken MCL to a new height, which was a dream in the past. Now to deliver the felicitation message for respected Shri O.P. Singh Sir, Chairman MGMI Odisha branch, I would request Shri A.K. Behura Sir, DF MCL, to kindly come over the podium and do the honor. Sir, please. Everyone, please welcome him with a huge round of applause.
नमस्कार नमस्कार सभी को रेस्पेक्टेड CMD श्री O.P. सिंह साहब, रेस्पेक्टेड CMD SCCL श्री डॉक्टर PS मिश्रा साहब, रेस्पेक्टेड DT CIL डॉक्टर V बीरा रेड्डी साहब, CMD CCL also, respected Director Marketing Sri Mukesh Chaudhary साहब, all directors of MCL, NCL and CMPDL, Professor A.K. Misra sahab, all the distinguished guests, area general managers, HOD and general managers of headquarters, and all representative of different organization, industrial establishment and startup representative from startups. So this is my privilege. I consider it is a privilege to be chosen to speak in the felicitation of our respected CMD Sri O.P. Singh Sahab. It has been a life-changing experience to work under him for the last few years. CMD Sir is not only a visionary and transformational leader, but has accomplished such formidable tasks which have made MCL and CIL immensely proud. We have seen nearly a decades of stagnancy in production and dispatches in our organization, which was invariably a matter of concern for the government and Coal India also. Therefore, despite huge profitability, MCL is known for the profitability. It is always ahead in Coal India. We receive more brickbats than flowers. It is during his leadership as Director Operation, followed by Chairman cum Managing Director, that the bigger transformation become apparent. Substantiate jump in production and dispatch, especially at the time when nation needed it the most, ensure that MCL delivered energy security for the nation during COVID and coal crisis. Today, we stand on the verge of reaching 200 million ton in production and dispatches, which would be an unprecedented accomplishment within the country, given the difficult circumstances we work in. It is often said that big revolutions happen silently while the world sleeps. It is no different in the case of coal production and dispatches within the country. The daunting pace at which production in CIL and the nation as a whole has risen in an indicator of the hard work put in by not just the coal miners, but also support extended by the Government of India and various other agencies involved in this process. While the best moment in the career of CMD Sir has been its culmination by last year's success, but the entire career is an epitome of hard work, hardship, and accomplishment. Some of the big time recognition have come through Coal Minister's Awards in four categories on 2 occasions. There have been other major moments in recognition such as Green Tech Award 2022. There have been award from ASSOCHAM, Dun and Bradstreet. And also the MCL has also 2 times number 2 in GEM payments. In consecutive 2 years, 21-22 and 22-23. CMD Sir has shown profound concern for welfare of one and all in the company through a varied set of measures which have not just improved quality of life but motivational level too. He is a believer in collective decision making through elaborate consultation and ensuring effective communication among all decision makers so that no delay happens in any project, even in smallest activity of the organization. Little wonder that MCL has been receiving accolades from all quarters consistently. We feel deeply honored and gratified in felicitating Sri O.P. Singh sir, CMD MCL. Now, I would like to request Sri Dr. P.S. Misra sir to felicitate our CMD Sri O.P. Singh sir. Let us give a big round of applause.
तालियां और जोरदार बजनी चाहिए, इसकी गूंज पूरी सुनाई देनी चाहिए.
Thank you to all the dignitaries. Ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado, the moment we all have been waiting for, I request Shri O.P. Singh sir, Chairman cum Managing Director, Mahanadi Coalfields Limited, Chairman MGMI Odisha branch, to address the August gathering. Please, sir.
सभी को नमस्कार. और मेरे बारे में जितना कुछ भी बोला गया, in fact, it is not my only contribution, it is the contribution of the whole team. And the credit goes to each and every member of the team. So, they deserve the appreciation for all the achievements of the company. And regarding this MGMI seminar, conference cum exhibition, I once again want to congratulate the organizers. So please give a big round of applause for them that they have worked day and night and flawlessly. They have organized all these things. Very good exhibition, very good participation, and very good knowledge sharing session, which has made this program a success. On this occasion, I want to express gratitude to Chairman Coal India in absentia and Dr. P.S. Mishra, CMD SCCL, Dr. V. Veera Reddy, DTCIL and CMD CCL, Director Marketing Sri Mukesh Chaudhary, Director CSIR, SIMFAR, Professor Arvind Kumar Mishra, and Directors of MCL, Sri Rao, Sri Bora, Sri Behura, Sri Bapat, MCVO, Sri Patel, and DT NCL, Sri SP Singh, and DT CMPDI, Sri Ajay Kumar. At the same time, Dr. Ajay Kumar Singh, Honorary Editor, MGMI, and Professor Rai, Professor D.P. Mishra, Professor H.B. Sahu, Professor P.Y. Dekne in absentia, and all the dignitaries sitting in the hall and participants, delegates. A lot of work has been done by the whole team. I want to express gratitude to CMD SCCL, CMD CCL, and DM CIL also additional, because on my request, on my personal request, they have agreed to come. Though they are very busy persons, so please give a big round of applause for them also. They are really very busy persons, doing a lot of things, and in spite of their busy schedule, they have come. I thank to Director Simfar, Shri Arvind Kumar Mishra, and all the professors who has come from the educational institutes and joined here. I thank the innovators. 16 exhibitions has been, exhibition stalls has been established there, and they have shown a good technological developments taking place. They presented their items so nicely, so in a detailed manner that it was very impressive. Few of them are really so useful that we need to adopt them in our company. And like first, second, third prize winners, that is KK Associates, People's Propel Industry, and UCTI, and others also. So I hope that this whole session 1 and session 2 have been quite useful to all the participants. Lot of very good topics of modern need, like cleaner coal technologies and strategies for utilizing coal bed methane. And one of the paper, I am finding it interesting that use of castor oil as a greener alternative to mineral oil, that is also appears to be very interesting. And use of blast slag in acid mine drainage. These are the papers which really impress and tell the things that these are the ideas which can be implemented for the benefit of the industry as a whole. I know that in our company, in Coal India and the other mining industries, a lot of potential is there for development, especially the young generation who are coming with different know-how, information system, and their level of intelligence is so high that really they can contribute for the betterment of the industry. And I am confident that with their efforts, the mining industry will certainly reach bigger heights to what they are right now. And that is the need of the nation, and I am sure that this type of seminar will enrich them to develop new ideas and contribute to the growth of the industry and the nation. I once again express my sincere thanks to the whole team of MGMI MCL chapter, their office bearers. I'm not taking the names because everybody has contributed a lot. So once again, a big round of applause for them. And thank you very much to everybody for participating in this conference cum exhibition. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir, for your valuable comments. We are fortunate to be addressed by your ever-inspiring, motivating, and encouraging words. I am sure, sir, that we shall carry your appreciation in our hearts and will always be collectively contributing for the betterment of nation. Now, towards the end of this valedictory session and conference cum exhibition, I request Shri A.K. Singh, sir, Secretary MGMI Odisha branch, to kindly come over the stage and deliver the vote of thanks on the occasion. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Shri A.K. Singh, sir, with a big round of applause.
Ladies and gentlemen present here, good evening, Shubh Sandhya. I stand before you today with a heart full of gratitude and immense pleasure as we conclude the conference cum exhibition on redefining the Indian mining sector. It has been enlightening and enriching experience for all of us, and would like to take this opportunity to express my Sincere thanks to each and everyone who has made this event possible. First and foremost, I would like to thank our esteemed dignitaries, Sri P.M. Prasad, Chairman, Coal India Limited, Dr. P.S. Misra, CMD, SECL, Sri O.P. Singh, CMD, MCL, and Chairman, MGI, Odisha Branch, Dr. V. Veera Reddy, President, MGI, and Director Technical, CIL, along with CMD, CCL, Sri Mukesh Chaudhary, Director Marketing, Professor Arvind Kumar Misra, Director CSIR, Simfar, Sri Kesarao, Director Personnel, MCL, Sri P.K. Patel, CVO, MCL, Sri J.K. Boda, Director Technical Operation, MCL, Sri A.K. Behura, Director Finance, MCL, Sri Ajay Kumar, Director Technical P&D, CMPDI, Sri A.S. Bapa, Director Technical Project and Planning, MCL, Sri S.P. Singh, Director Project and Planning, NCL, Dr. Ajay Kumar Singh, Honorary Secretary, MGMI, Professor S.S. Rai, IIT ISM Dhanbad, Professor H.B. Sahu, HOD and Dean, NIT Rourkela, Professor D.P. Misra, HOD Mining, IIT ISM Dhanbad, Professor P.Y. Dhekne, NIT Raipur. Sirs, without your blessings and inspiration, this event would not have been seen the light of the day. Your guidance has always been united the spirit of motivation and confidence to make an event of such magnitude possible. Our deepest appreciation goes to our esteemed speakers and panelists who have shared their knowledge, insights, and expertise on various facets of the Indian mining sectors. Your presentation have been instrumental in helping us gain a better understanding of the industry challenges, opportunities, and the path to the redefinition. Your contribution have been invaluable, and we are grateful for your time and dedication. We would also like to extend our gratitude to the participants and attendees who have traveled from far and wide to be a part of this event. Your active participation in discussions, questions, and networking has added depth and vibrancy to the conference. It is your presence that has made this event truly interactive and engaging. A special thanks to our sponsors, exhibitors, and partners. Your support has been vital in making this conference and exhibition a reality. Your commitment to the growth and development of the Indian mining sector is greatly appreciated, and we look forward to continued collaboration in the future. We must acknowledge the hard work and dedication of the organizing committee and the volunteers who have put in countless hours to ensure the smooth and successful execution of this event. Your attention to the detail and commitment to excellence have not gone unnoticed, and we are deeply grateful for your efforts. We are also thankful to the staff, technical teams, caterers, and everyone behind the scene who have contributed to the logistics and operational aspect of the event. Your professionalism and efficiency have made this event run seamlessly. Last but not the least, we extend our appreciation to the media, both conventional as well as the digital, who have covered and promoted this event, helping to spread awareness of the pressing issues in the Indian mining sector and the solutions discussed over here. In conclusion, this conference cum exhibition on redefining the Indian mining sector has been a resounding success because of the collective efforts and the support from all of you. We leave this event with a greater understanding of the challenges and opportunities in the mining sector and a commitment to working together to bring about positive changes. Thank you once again to each and every one of you for your contribution, dedication, and presence. We look forward to the continued collaboration and the positive impact we can make on the Indian mining sector. Safe travels to those returning home, and let us continue to work together to redefine the future of mining in India. Thank you very much. I conclude with a promise to meet you all once again in 2024. Thank you very much.
धन्यवाद सर। इस सम्मेलन से प्रदर्शनी को खत्म करने से पूर्व मैं आप सभी से आग्रह करूंगा कि आप सभी अपने स्थान पर खड़े होकर राष्ट्रगान का गान करके उसका सम्मान करें।
जन गण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता, पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल उत्कलवङ्गा विन्ध्य हिमाचल यमुना गङ्गा उच्चल जलधितरङ्गा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे।
सर, मैं हमारे मंचासीन गणमान्य अतिथि से रिक्वेस्ट करूंगा सर, ये महत्वपूर्ण पल हम खोना नहीं चाहते हैं, इसे कैमरा में कैद करना चाहते हैं। सर, एक ग्रुप फोटो सर आप लोगों के साथ। और सर, और बाकी लोगों के लिए मैं 3 सूचनाएं हैं। कल हम लोगों ने लखनपुर वॉशरी विजिट प्लान किया है। कल सुबह 9 बजे यहाँ से बस रवाना होगी। तो जो हमारे डेलीगेट सदस्य लखनपुर वॉशरी को विजिट करना चाहते हैं